What's up guys, this is Scher talking. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'll show you how I defeated Megalith Dragon when using a club squad on hard 5. Well, if you got the newest Hana alongside Maria, you're gonna have an easy time. And I do believe that those two characters are key to defeating the stage number 5, but not just those. I am using the Rear Guard Focus Formation because this one is very useful when using Hana. Hana will allow everyone to be on delay, so that doesn't really affect the performance of this fight. I have Genie as my counter tank, and I got her from a selector because she has this Impact Megaphone skill that enters a taunt stance. She already taunts, so she's very useful for this. She can also double counter sometimes, not really necessary, but I gave her very good equipment to try to decrease damage taken since she is not really all that premium. I have Maria, like I said, and Maria is very useful because of her Light Blast Ceremony. This will give heat up, defense up, and will also apply lots of effects that will happen in the next 4 turns. You can also save this for later if you don't want to spin on start. I also inherited Golden Dragon Dance. That's a very useful skill, and it was better than just healing, since you can already heal from other sources. I also have here Tatyana, of course, the damage dealer version of Tatyana, with the inheritance of the newest one with extraordinary spoon banging. You don't need to use this one. You can also just keep using triple stamp. It's not really all that important. I don't have another club damage dealer. I use it Paulus. You can also use Mask if you want, because the enemy attacks so many times, the Mask is gonna do similar damage. I inherited Meteor Strike just because this one is a triple S power attack instead of just double S power like World Crasher. But Paulus is here for damage. Not really necessary, like I said. On this fight, I try to get good equipment, as you can see here, trying to resist 35 points, at least, with most of the elements. Not always, because it's not always possible. Well, if you don't have these units, I will say that you can also wait for the SaGa, the stage banner where we have Bolkon, that can also help you out. But it's all about having Hana, Maria, and Tatyana. Genie and Paulus are replaceable. You can replace Genie, for example, with Fuse. Fuse with his club style can also replace Genie. If you're not using Hana, you can try to ring Time, but then in this case, he doesn't offer as much. It's just a replacement for possible runs. And there is a version of Elizabeth that also applies defense boost. Those are probably the best characters that can be used. Another tank that works is Summer or Latin if you want, and that's kind of about it. Let's go. But this fight's gonna last around 12 turns or more, and you don't want to use the block damage with Hana on start. The first turn Megalith Dragon is super easy to handle, and I believe it's better to start with Decorate Whisk. Then Maria is gonna use her Golden Dragon Dance instead of Light Blasting Ceremony. We're gonna use that later. And then Genie will be using her Impact Megaphone to try to taunt. Tatyana will never use Overdrive. None of them will. So you can start with Healing Beat since she does not have enough BP. And Paulus can already start with Meteor Strike because you're gonna get so much BP during this fight because of Hana that he never needs to save. Especially when you start using the good stuff that Maria uses as well. Golden Dragon Dance also heals a little, buffs the status, and you know that the Megalith Dragon is easier on the start because it will not buff break you. It will start buff breaking you after it goes to 70% HP or something. And we are taunting further so that Genie actually has very good chance of being hit. Now I will use Leg Crush. This is a turn where we won't have as many buffs. Then yeah, we can just use Healing Light Strike. Back to Megaphone. Tatyana will start using her Extraordinary Spoon. Paulus will use Sucker Strike, but that's probably the last time he's going to need to use this skill. Yeah, first hit is usually kind of hard because Hana only decreases your damage after you get hit. So if it's an AoE attack, everyone's going to take a lot of damage. But that's still not really a problem. You're going to heal back. Okay. Double chase. Very useful. Tatyana also heals because of her inherited skill. And Hana heals on start of turn later, so we have 3 characters healing the party. Time for Decorate Whisk. Golden Dragon Dance. Back Megaphone, Extraordinary Spoon, and all the same. Now just use your best skills. When we feel like we're getting closer to danger, you can either use the block skill with Hana, or use the skill number 2 with Maria. I kind of prefer to use those things after boss starts buff breaking, because in those scenarios, we cannot buff our status anymore, and buffing status already decreases damage taken by a little. Our healings are increasing, 600 per very small. Damage is also now on 500, 600,000 per hit, and scaling. Backward Whisk again, Golden Dragon again, everything. Everyone is on full HP or close to, so no biggie so far. Megalith Dragon will still not buff break us on turn 5, so it will probably happen only on turn 7. See that? Damage decreases by so much. That's because we have a lot of buffs running here. Raw Palms. Genie self-heals when she counters, so really helps her. Fuse doesn't. Summer Roulette is good as well, but Genie, at least as a tank, is better. When you see your characters attacking, it's because Megalith Dragon stopped attacking. You are safe. Okay, no. Megalith Dragon will totally start buff breaking us on the next turn. Just arrive it on the Shadow Elemental icon. That's okay. We will use Maria's skill now. That is Light Blast Ceremony. This will also give us some extra BP. And we haven't used Hana block yet. That's because we didn't need. See, removed buffs. And damage is already high. Hana almost died there. Because he chose to use that skill on Hana. Even with Genie taunting so much. But this is not the best formation for taunt. But it's a good one to increase the damage for my 2 damage dealers, so it is okay. The healings will decrease a little because, of course, that buffs were gone now. We can use Overdrive with Hana. This will allow us to buff at least. Can cast another Light Blasting Ceremony? Can. Not needed. Can save for later. Because the first time you cast Light Blast Ceremony, it's double the effect. Because of her passive. You can wait for when you know that this is going to end. So this is going to last for turn 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then on turn 9, you can use it again. Then it will last for some more turns. That happened because very bad situation. Wing Bash leads into Draconic Horror, and it used Wing Bash in someone that is not Genie. But we will recover. Yeah, time to start our attacks. Maria also applies attack boost, so damage increases for a while, even if we lost our status buffs. We just reached the half HP gauge. Let's check the HP of everyone here. Oh, pretty safe values. Decorate Whisk, Golden Dragon Dance, Impact Megaphone, everything the same. He likes to attack Hana. The good thing is that when you use Golden Dragon Dance or any even White Step with Maria, buffs that you get will still last for the even turn, where Megalith Dragon attacks multiple times. So you are decreasing damage for the most important part. On turn 9, I'm gonna recast Light Blast Ceremony, but it's not time yet. Yeah, next turn. Knockout starts appearing. Yeah, it starts appearing around the 30 or 40% HP dodge. The good thing is that it kind of guarantees... whoa, Draconic Roar will happen now. Oh no. It did not, because... in this case... it was the last attack. If Megalith Dragon still had attacks, Draconic Roar would happen. $1.2 million damage. Okay, we can actually finish the fight in a few. We can use Chocolate Present to block damage if we want. But I don't need that. Accurate Whisk will provide me more. It doesn't really affect much, because Hana will probably attack before the dragon. Oh, whatever, to be honest. But let me use Decorate Whisk. And I'll use Light Blast Ceremony. Impact. Extraordinary. Meteor Strike. Remove it buffs right after. You never know. But we didn't have any BP problem, so it was fine. Let's check if this fight can end in 12 turns. If it can, we will just use on a skill 3, skill 2 on the next turn. Yeah, it will, it will. So blocking will be free, but I didn't really need. As you can see, the fight is working super well. Can even do damage now, we don't need to taunt more. Ginny will be using her skill 3. Not like Ginny is a damage dealer, right? So I have block for turns 10 and 11, and I can overdrive on turn 12. Not that it will be needed, but It's a good plan to save your block, because Megalith Dragon gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and knockout does a lot of damage. This will help you out if the fight drags for too long. This will probably end on the next turn. Turn 11. Yeah, this is the end. I can even use Overdrive to finish this off. Let us go. The good thing is that even if you use Overdrive, the back row units will probably be attacking later, I guess. Let me check. No, it breaks everything. Because when everyone is on delay, the only character that you know for sure that will be faster is Hana. And then after Hana, everyone attacks. The Hana debuffed the enemy, buffed our characters, and we can finish this with a lot of triple stamps. Well, that's also the end of the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching this. Please subscribe if you haven't. Use the link on the description to join our Discord server where we talk about SaGa and other games in general. If you use a different squad, share in the comment section, and I hope to see you soon in the next video or live stream. Goodbye.